Hi, welcome back to DEF CON 3. We have joining us in Washington Dr. Waleed Phares, who's a Fox News contributor. He's our Fox News terrorism expert. He's the author of numerous books, but most recently of the book about the war of ideas. He's an advisor to members of Congress and the European Parliament, and he's the really go-to guy at Fox News and on Capitol Hill to talk about terrorism. So we've gone to him. Dr. Waleed, this latest round of terrorism, Anders Breivik, he's committed an act of terror against his own people who look just like him, people of similar backgrounds. Is he crazy, or is this some kind of a new ideological motivation that we've not seen before?
Well, that's the question probably of the decade. He is both. He certainly has psychological issues that the experts in psychology are going to determine, most of them so far, even without waiting for the details of the details, are, saying that this is a psychopath. What kind of psychopath we'll have to see. The fact that he was able for more than an hour to be shooting and killing one person after the other in cold blood, that alone goes beyond any other analysis. So on the personality analysis, that's what I think the analysis is going to go. But he wrote many pages. This is not a loon person. He has been preparing for this for years. He published 1,000-something pages. I read most of it, not all of it. And there is the war of ideas. The first dimension is counterterrorism. How come the government didn't know about his activities? How come, by the way, the police was late? How come the civil society, people on the island did not react, as a mobilized society? This is one discussion. But you have something else happening immediately after the attack, Katie, is that there is a war of ideas between a whole propaganda machine which is trying to say, this is who he is, these are the people who influenced him, and therefore we need to take a new direction in that regard. So
in other words, that there's a whole group of people who have come out and said that he's part of some bigger al-Qaeda kind of movement on the right, or are they trying to tie it to a religious ideology?
Yes, there has been for now a week or so, a few days, this transatlantic battle of ideas whereby people are saying, some intellectuals are saying, well, he is a Christian fundamentalist. He is an ultra-right-wing extremist. And then the responses to that. But basically, he is something new. He is not a Christian fundamentalist in the sense that he does not even talk about Christian theology. As I said earlier, there is no Jesus, there is no Saint Mark, there is no anything about Vatican II or Reformation in his 1,000 pages. On the other hand, he criticizes everybody. He criticizes the Marxists, he criticizes the Nazis, he criticizes the conservatives, saying that they're not efficient, and of course the left wing. What he's trying to do is design a doctrine of his own. He is basically somebody who has been influenced by the writings of others, but more important, by the talk on the streets of Europe. So some of the issues that he started with are real. There are issues in Europe about immigration and migration and tension, but then he took it to the level where he perceived himself as the savior, as the knight of the knights, and that's where things started to go beyond the psychologically normal.
Was he a lone wolf, or is he part of a bigger network?
That question the CT community will have to determine, but by logical projection, the material that he dealt with is the material that others have dealt with as well. And as somebody who had been observing the debates online, not just the real official bloggers and websites, but what's happening in the teen world, in the adolescence, and he was one when he started to think that way. And in the chats and debates that follows those games, the various online games, and if people would start looking at what's happening there, I think there are many people who potentially could go into his direction.